Say hello real quick.
Hello. Hello again. I'm sorry. I went straight cars on you there for a second.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, wow, that would have been a bad thing.
I turned you down, so but this is.
Good afternoon, flag football fans. We are live here today at Stockbridge High School. I'm Craig Chapman with Score 58 Network, and we're getting ready for the 11:50 Atlanta Women's Flag Football United contest between Code Red under the guidance of Andrea Limbrick and X Factor under the guidance of Brandon Davis. If you look at this, well, I should say I think that Michael Grant is actually considered the head coach of Code Red, but Andrea Limbrick started Code Red in 2014, played high school basketball and softball. Been a member of Team Code Red since its inception. Selena Bailey is also a team captain for Code Red, played high school and collegiate sports. All right, so today sitting here for this action. We're getting ready for the coin toss. Looking at both teams, Code Red and X Factor, it looks like X Factor has just come off the top field after playing a game, so they're going to play back-to-back games, it looks like. So Code Red has been out here getting some warm-ups in, so it'll be hard to tell. As I was talking about Code Red, we were talking about Selena Bailey being a team captain for Code Red, and she played high school and collegiate sports in basketball, volleyball, track, softball, girls flag football. Michael Grant is the head coach and owner. He's from Savannah, Georgia, from Richard Arnold High School, where he played quarterback, halfback, split end, and cornerback. He also ran track in the 100 and 200 meters. Ran the second leg of the 440. When you start talking about track, that's where I check out. That's called running, and I'm not a part of that. He ran the 330 intermediate and the 120 low hurdles and the high jump. He went to Savannah State College and played football and ran varsity track in 1982. Had a brief tryout during the strike season in 1987 for the Atlanta Falcons. Has played men's 9-man and 8-man flag football and adult rec league basketball in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s in Savannah and Atlanta. Played semi-pro football in the 90s and the 2000s. Been coaching women's flag football since 2011 and has 2 Tier 2 championships in 2017 and 2019. X Factor was created in the winter of 2020. They have 2 outstanding players in Jonvier Harper and Crystal Cunningham. Harper is an all-around athlete, having played basketball and holding 4 events in track and field, 100-meter high hurdles, 300-meter high hurdles, shot and discus. Cunningham played basketball and played receiver for high school flag football team and a rec flag. Brandon Davis is the coach, played football for Tri-Cities High School. So they are a fairly new team this year and trying to come back with the B bracket trophy for the season, the Halloween Havoc trophy, and the brawl for it all. So that sets up today's first game. We will be back immediately following this at 1 o'clock with Perfect Timing versus the Apocalypse. And I don't know if those are 2 names that you need to put together. There's never perfect timing for an apocalypse. So we're getting ready now to touch on the rules of the AWFFL. It is a 20-minute half with a running clock. They will give you a 2-minute warning. Everything is just like, it's just football. The play is stopped when the flag is pulled. You can run passing plays, running plays, block. Everything's the same. Timing gets regular. So we're getting ready for the kickoff here. And X Factor It looks like there's not going to be a kickoff. Okay, then. All right, so we're going to start the game right here. X Factor on offense, ball at the 35, so they'll make it 1st and 5 for them. First downs at the 20-yard demarcations on the field, so it means from the goal line to the 20, at the 40. So you just have to get to that line. Doesn't matter where you start from. So right here we're at 1st and 5. There's a snap. Going to throw a long pass down the left side, and that pass is going to be in and out of the hands right there of the receiver for X Factor. But, man, went to the downs on the first play of the game. And then right back up on the ball, tempo. So 2nd down and 5, balls at the 35. There's the snap. Ooh. Turning the corner. And the flag is going to be pulled at the 36, just outside the 36. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 right here for X Factor. If you hear me start yelling and screaming, it's because we've been dive bombed by a bird here in the press box. So 3rd and 4. Quick throw out into the right flat. It's going to be incomplete right there, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 4 here. Now, if X Factor chooses to punt, the punt itself will be it will be a dead play until after the ball is kicked, and then everything will become live. So you can punt. All right, so you can hear, great thing about being close to the field is you can hear the defense talking about playing the 1st down line. And, that can either be a blessing or a severe curse. If you sit at that 4-yard mark right here and they run something that's longer than 4 yards, it may not be a good thing. The scoreboard may flip. And there it is. All the way down to the 41-yard line. And they're going to, for the 1st down for X Factor, just leaked out, nice little drag route across the middle. They're going to mark her down at the 40, so it'll be 1st and 20 from the 40. And X Factor keeps the drive alive right there. So X Factor extends the drive on 4th and 4. 1st and 20 right here. Sitting at the code red 40-yard line. And the longer these drives go, the shorter the possessions get in the first half. Going deep down the seam, a chance for that to be pass interference. They're going to call no call there. And they'll bring up 2nd down and 20. Ball's at the 40-yard line. Looks like X Factor is going to throw it down the field. And right now they've had a chance on both of their, go routes. So 2nd down and 20 right here. Code red going to rush. Looks like they're going to rush 3 right here. Pass is incomplete. Trying to drop it off to the releasing OL right there. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 20. There's the snap. Going to sprint to the right. Going to turn the corner. Nice job on the block down on the outside. It's going to be all the way down to the 24-yard line, but there's going to be a flag thrown on the play. And to be quite honest with you, I don't really see. Wow. They're going to call holding on the outside receiver for X Factor. And so it's going to bring up. So it'll be 3rd down and 19. So they actually picked up a yard on that. It's hard for me to tell if there was any really holding out there. You know, Code Red was playing single coverage. And so the corner chased the receiver down inside, had no idea who had the ball. So there was really no reason to hold. But, you know, I'm not a big fan of officiating anyway, so I'll just be quiet. I always take the player's side unless it's just egregious. They're going to drop it out of the backfield. It'll be down to the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 15 from the 35. So I think they actually marked. And timeout right here for X Factor. So with a 20-minute running clock, as long as X Factor has had the ball right here, I mean, and it's been a pretty long drive, and the clock runs on everything. So if you throw an incomplete pass, if there's a penalty or any of that stuff, you know, the game moves rapidly. So like I was trying to say, and it probably didn't come out right, was that once you have an extended possession, the number of possessions in the first half become very limited, and if it happens that way in the game, you could play a game where, you know, you get 2 possessions or 3 possessions, you know, if you're lucky in a half. That's a hard thing to do. That means you're feeling like you got to score every time you touch the football. So 4th down and what is going to be 14 right here. Have to reach the 20-yard line to gain a 1st down. X Factor was able to convert on 4th and 4 earlier in the drive. I can't believe that Code Red is going to play this with no safety in the middle of the field, but that's what it looks like. They're basically playing just straight single coverage across the board, and there it is down the middle of the field, and it was there. I mean, X Factor has a receiver wide open for a touchdown, and it's just thrown behind her. So that'll turn it over on downs right here, and Code Red will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. And so we'll get a chance to look at them on offense for the first time. See if they'll give us a time check here. So Code Red starts off with trips to the left. and an empty set. No running back in the backfield. Motion across to a quads look. And wide open. Pass is caught by looks like that's number 21 right there. Epps, that's Alexis Calvin Epps on the reception. The last time we saw Code Red, Epps was playing quarterback. That's a first down, and it'll bring up first down and 19. Ball's at the 39 of X Factor, and a huge play to start it off right here for Code Red. There's a screen outside, and that pass is dropped. I apologize. The numbers on the Code Red jerseys are awesome, but they're impossible to read when they're on the other side of the field from us. I want to say that pass was thrown to number 5, Nellie Norman, but I can't be for certain, and I don't want to mess up anything. Or number 11, Deja Harrison. I was just my cameraman just gave me the heads up that it was number 11. And that will be a sack on second down and 19, and Code Red will be backed up to third down and 25, and they will take a timeout right here. So third and 24, that is. So Code Red takes their first timeout of the half. Waiting to see if I can get I'm just waiting for him to yell out what the time is. So maddening for me to not know it. Last week I ran the timer on my phone. So third down right here, and 23 make it for Code Red after the huge pass completion on the opening play. They're going to throw a little screen, and it's going to be dropped. And that will bring up fourth down and 24. Pass was intended previously for number 42, Jessica Kurt. There's the snap. Going to try to throw the in-breaking route coming across the field. Pass is going to be too high, and X Factor will take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line. So both teams with 2 possessions, both teams are able to get a first down, and then after gaining one first down, couldn't follow it up with another first down. So hey, um, it's going to be it's amazing to me when you say flag football. Everybody thinks of these high-scoring games and all of this offense. But what I have been, impressed with in the AWFFL United is that the defense is basically, I mean, if you come out here, you better be prepared to be in a one-score game or go to overtime because it's been close. I think I've seen one blowout in the whole time. So first and 10, or excuse me, not first and 10, first and 17. And there's a drop-off in the flat. Tackle will be made at about the 46-yard line, right in between the 46 and the 47. So we're going to call it second down. Second down and right at 13. Code Red is opening up the middle of the field right here. There's a chance to go over the top, and there it is. And that pass is going to be dropped. And that's about the fourth time that number 60 for X Factor has been open behind the defense and has yet to connect. So third down and 13 right here. And Code Red is they're just playing. They're not going to let you throw anything short. So I'm guessing their idea is, we're going to take away the high percentage completion. We're going to make you throw it over the top. And if you can complete it, then you can. But so far, X Factor hasn't been able to do that. And here comes the pressure. Kurt on the rush. Pass is intended for number 20, and that's incomplete. And it'll bring up fourth down at 13. And we were at the 2-minute warning right here. So it's fourth down and 17. And I'm going to say if I'm X Factor right here, I'm punting. Because there's no reason, to – and they are going to punt. And so now they are going to punt. And that ball is going to be picked up at the 31 and returned down the sideline right there. That'll be returned by number 8, Palix Babb. And the ball will be placed down at the 41-yard line. It'll bring up first down and 19 as we're under 2 minutes here in a scoreless first half between Code Red and X Factor. And, so Code Red's got a chance for the best thing in football from an offensive perspective. You can score at the end of the half and then get the ball to start the second half. So we'll call it. They're going to say that Babb went out of bounds at the 42, so it'll bring up first and 18. And every time I say first and 18, my brain fries because I'm thinking, so I'm just waiting to see if There's the snap. There's going to be the reverse to Epps. Epps going to try to throw it, and that pass is going to be broken up by number 20, intended for number 42, Jessica Kurt. Second down right here. Minute and 23 seconds left to go in the first half. Second and 18. Code Red went with a little bit of trickeration right there. Kind of run a reverse pass. I mean, where else are you going to see a reverse pass where they try to take the reverse and throw it to the left guard? What you got to love about watching flag football. It's so much fun to watch. This is going to be the same play they opened the game with. That pass is caught by Epps. At the 49, there's going to be a penalty flag. Now, would they call flag guarding or are they going to call holding? They're going to call holding on X Factor, so that will move it up to the 39, and that will give Code Red a first down. Nice throw and catch right there. And as we've talked about, this is the second possession for Code Red, and we are screaming towards the end of the first half right here. So trips to the left-hand side of the formation, single receiver to the right for Code Red. There's the snap. Steps up, throws it down the seam, wide open. Pass is going to be caught and going to be tackled down at the 6-yard line. Looks like that may be number 1, Jasmine Scott on the reception. Ball will be down. It'll be first and goal for Code Red at the 6-yard line. There's 1 minute left remaining. So this is a huge series of downs right here for X Factor. There's a snap and a nice throw, and that pass is caught. That's Kurt on the reception, and a touchdown for Code Red, and a huge series right at the end of the first half to get on the board when they get the football to start the second half. I mean, you know, that's about as well played as you can make it right there. So your score is 6-0 right here. Now you can choose to go for 1 from the 3 or for 2 from the 10. Let's see what Code Red chooses to do. Looks like they're going for 2. Oh, they're going to kick it too. So Code Red is going to line up to kick. So it will be from the 3. They're going to try to kick this. Trying to put Code Red up 7-0 right here late in the first half. There's the snap. There's the placement, and that is blocked. And to me, one of the quirkiest rules, you can't block a punt, but you can block an extra point, which is, to me, awesome. I guess because it is a potential scoring play, which is fair. So as we play under a minute here in the first half, your score, Code Red 6, X Factor nothing. And if I'm Code Red right here, I'm thinking about I need to find where number 60 is on the field. I do not need to let her run by me. I need to double cover. If they can throw it to anybody else they want to, they cannot throw the ball over the top of us right before halftime. It cannot happen. So it'll be 1st and 6 right here. Ball's at the 34-yard line for X Factor. I think they're going to actually put it up at the 35 and make it 1st and 5. And you got number 1, Jasmine Scott, down here on the coverage. And if I'm guessing, this is going to be throw down the left sideline, wouldn't you think? Oh, they're going to throw a little, short screen to the left guard. If it falls incomplete, it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. There's the snap. Going over the top, and it is going to be overthrown. But exactly what I would have been thinking about doing right there. 3rd down and 5 right here. Ball's going to be at the 35. It looks like that's actually number 8 down here, Palix Babb, on the coverage. Snap right there. Going to throw the quick out, and that pass is – the slant is caught, and almost – that's a 1st down to the 49-yard line. And I thought that was going to the out. There was a nice job running a slant out combo down there at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of your screen. And there was a timeout for X Factor right there to stop the clock. And I think that, one of the things X Factor is going to look at moving along in the second half is things like that. They were close right there to just catching that slant, getting up the middle of the field and running for, getting the score right there, going for 6. They've had their opportunities over the top. They have yet to convert, but you're pretty certain that that's coming. That you're short time in the first half, so they're going to try to push the ball, something down the field, or something where you're running away from somebody on a crossing route. So now Code Red is backed up a little bit down at the bottom of the field, and now they're going up top at the top of the field, and the receiver there, and it's just out of the reach. Just out of the reach. And when X Factor goes back and looks at this first half, it's going to be, a story of just a lack of an inch here, an inch there. They could have 3 touchdowns on the board right now. And, I mean, this is their 3rd possession. They've had receivers that have gotten in behind the defense, and every one of their drives they just haven't been able to connect on the pass yet. And that's a scary way to live for Code Red on defense. So, 2nd down and 11. I believe I just heard Mr. Referee tell us that there's 11 seconds left. And if I am Code Red, I'm not just backing up to the line. I'm backing up right here. You just got to limit them from scoring. Going over the top again. And if they're going to call her out of bounds, I thought she got both feet in. And this will be the last play of the first half right here. With your score right now, Code Red up 6-0 on X Factor. So X Factor takes their last time out of the first half. Gonna sit down. To me, this is an interesting situation. Are you going to lateral this thing? Are you going to try to run a double pass? We saw 2 weeks ago, the last time we were here, right before the half. I believe it was perfect timing. Got the ball late in the first half and ran a double pass and scored, and that ended up being the difference in the game and a 6-0 victory. If I'm right, there's so many times that I'm wrong, so I'm trying to rack my brain to see if that was who it was. So, yes, it definitely was perfect timing that did that. So the last play of the first half right here. And here it is. They've got people where you can throw. There's the going deep down the middle of the field, wide open down there, and it is going to be caught. Oh, what a nice job down there by Epps to be stride for stride. But that is halftime. So a nice, exciting play to end the first half. But we end the first half with your score, Code Red 6 and X Factor nothing. I'm Craig Chapman with Score 58 Network. We're going to take a brief break right here, and we'll be right back with the exciting second half of this Atlanta Women's Flag Football League United contest. And we're back here at Stockbridge High School for the second half of this Atlanta Women's Flag Football League United contest, with the Code Red leading 6-0 at the half on a pass caught by Jessica Kurt. And I thought we were getting ready to start, so obviously we've had some sort of delay, perhaps. Anyway, 6-0. I think X Factor has had some excellent scoring chances. It's been a pretty evenly played first half. Been exciting. The end of the first half was excellent. So, but I'm thinking that X Factor is going to try to attack a little bit more in the intermediate to start the second half before trying to go over the top. Code Red, if I'm Code Red, I'm doing the exact same thing I did the entire first half. They had a great plan in the first half. They executed it to perfection, and they got what you want. They scored late, and they get the ball to start the second half with a chance to, get 2 scores right there. And in this game, we saw it in the first half. Code Red had the ball twice. All right, X Factor had it 3 times. So if you extend a drive any at all, and I mean any at all, there is a chance that you have very limited possessions. Now, if everybody's punting after 3 downs, it's a chance that you can get 4 or 5. But if there's a couple of first downs in a possession, it could go on, and it can be very limiting to the offensive opportunities you get in a half. There's a screen out to the left. Now let's see if they call flag guarding or they're going to call holding. So what was 1st and 5 is going to be in a first down right here again for Code Red. So it'll be 1st down and 14. The ball will be at the 46-yard line. Or motion inside for Code Red. It's been the standard operating procedure for their offense today. There's the snap. Going to throw it down the seam, and that pass is going to be intercepted. And then there's going to be a penalty flag thrown right there as well. So a great defensive play, and that's exactly what, that's exactly how Code Red got the football down the field in the first half. They threw that, seam route right down the left seam and got it down to the 6-yard line right before the half was up and then scored. And then, all right, but a great play by X Factor coming out to start. And there'll be 1st down and 4. Ball will be at the 36-yard line of X Factor. I think that pass was intended for Palix Babb down the left seam. So X Factor comes out. Here comes that got a little swinging gate action, and there comes timeout from Code Red. And that's a great job by X Factor, using an offensive formation to force the other team to burn a timeout. And, it's just, that's one of those things where, in Sunday meetings sometimes when I was meeting with the coaching staff, I would say, we're going to do this. We're going to have this play in our bag. All right. We're gonna come out on the field. The first play of the game, we're gonna line up in the huddle. We're gonna we're gonna run off the sideline in a regular formation. You know, when the referee blows the whistle to mark the ball ready for play, quarterback's gonna yell ready shift, and we're gonna run out and get in this weird formation, and we'll see if they adjust to it, or we'll see if they call timeout. And I was always hoping they'd call timeout. It was always like one of those things where if I could get you to call timeout, I felt like I had done my job, you know, as a coach on making it harder for you to, you know, win the game because you had less, you know, weapons at your disposal. And also disposal. It's easy for me to say. Nice throw out. They just used the formation right there, and just that is just a brilliant job of using formation to set up what you want. Gain of 10 right there and a first down for X Factor. As the clock ticks at under 17 minutes here to go in the second half. First and about 14, ball is at the 46. Going to stay in that same formation. Now there's the screen to the outside. And what a great job on defense right there. Yeah, because if number 8 right there, Palix Babb, doesn't get there, not only is that a first down, it could be a touchdown. That was a great job of setting that play up. So it's going to be second down and 12 from the 48. I'm thinking that they're going to try to run Babb up in there and see that she can pick this pass off and score. And that's exactly what I think. And there it is again, the pass to the center. Going to be taken down at the 41 by Kurt. Will bring up third down and 1. But I really like what X Factor has done here in the second half. This is, you know, they're using their offensive formation to get everything that they want. So X Factor will take a timeout. Did he just say 9:48? Obviously, when I run the clock and when they run the clock, it runs at two different speeds. So third down and 2 right here. Ball's at the 42 of Code Red. Code Red with a 6-0 lead here as we play in the second half. And I heard him say 38-48. And they're going to throw the little leak out in the flat right there. And that's going to be a first down. All right. And just a really nice job right now by X Factor of controlling the time and the clock. I mean, it is a great job of doing that so far. And so first down and 15, ball is at the 35 of Code Red. And there's motion. There's going to be a jet sweep handoff. And that play is going to be made for a 1-yard gain. Play is going to be made by Alexis Calvin Epps. It's going to bring up second down and 14 just inside the Code Red 35-yard line. X Factor's, you know, had a great opening drive. The only problem with having an opening drive like this is that it eats up all of the time, and if you don't score, you know, you could put yourself in a bad way. And they're going to roll and flip, and that pass is overthrown. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14. And so 3rd down and 14 right here for X Factor. Now, I'll be very cognizant of quarterback rolling to the left and oh, nice play right there. A sack will back it up to the 38 and make it 4th down and 18 at the 38 with the X Factor trailing Code Red 6-0. Interesting. Did we get a number on who made that play? So 4th down and 18, and Code Red has backed up. They've put a safety in the middle of the field. They're only going to rush 2. They've got 5 across at the intermediate level at the 30. I think that's Kurt sitting back at the 20. There's the drop, and there's a go route down the left side. And that pass is intercepted. And I can't see what number that is. Looks like number 8. That's Palix Babb, who's having a heck of a game right here, and a great job by Code Red to change what they've been doing on defense, and backing up and playing over the top a little bit right there. In the first half, they gave up a lot of a lot of open receivers over the top of their defense. Now, none of them connected. So in that drive right there, as the down and distance became longer, the more they backed off and played loose. So now they have the ball. The only problem is at their own 5. So they got to be, you got to be cognizant of time and score right here. You're ahead. You don't really have to do anything, but you don't want to give up a safety. And you definitely don't want to turn it over down here in your own, side of the field. They started off the second half by turning the football over. And I think they ran like 2 plays and turned it over, and then X Factors had it for the entire half. And there's the snap. And there's going to be the reverse to Epps. Epps is going to turn the corner up the sideline, still on her feet, all the way to the – they're going to roll the clock too, so all the way where we're going to mark her out at. At the 19, it'll bring up 2nd down and 1. What a great play. Nice job of navigating the sideline over there by Alexis Calvin Epps and, making it a chance to extend the drive. You've already gotten the X Factor to use a timeout in this half. And I love the play call, even though it was scary because you were handing the football off in your own end zone. And if that football gets dropped, the play is dead where it's at, and that would have been a safety. Now they're back to their more traditional set for the day. And they are running the play clock down to underneath 10 every time. And they throw the little inside route to Kurt. They're going to get a holding penalty right there. And it's going to move it up to the 38 or 39-yard line, which is going to make it about 1 yard to get for the first down, depending on where they mark this from. So it will be all the way up to the 38, so it'll bring up 2 yards for a first down right here for Code Red. And Code Red is dominating. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second half. And if Code Red gets this first down, it becomes a really, really, really interesting situation because X Factor is going to have to start using timeouts. If I'm Code Red, I'm running every second off the play clock that I can possibly run. And there's the 10-second denotion. And there is a pass out. That pass is caught by number 11 and turning the corner and drop the football. So it'll be a first down. And it will be a first down at the 47-yard line. That should lead to the 2-minute warning. I believe that pass was caught by number 11, Deja Harrison. She gained about 9 yards, and it leads us to the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning, Code Red with the ball, first down and 13, and the lead 6-0. X Factor has 2 timeouts left. So it will be interesting to see right now how Code Red wants to attack this. Are they going to run the football? Are they going to keep the passing game short? I would be particularly attentive to number 42, Jessica Kurt, if I was X Factor right here. There's the snap. And there's a crossing route, and the ball comes out again. Looks like that was caught by Epps. And it doesn't look good. It's like retying the shoe. Maybe it's an ankle twist. And that's exactly what it is. You got stepped on or rolled up after she made the catch. It's going to take a second, but eventually, if it's not anything major, there it is. She's starting to – the hooker hurts when you roll it. So Epps is walking off the field on her own power. Looks like that stride's getting back to about normal. And that'll bring up second down and a short 9, a long 8 from just inside the 49-yard line of the X Factor. And the clock should be running right here. And if I'm Code Red, I think I might run the football right here and see if I can make them use their timeout. Oh, no. Pass is incomplete, knocked down. All I could see was X Factor had a defender, number 4, right there, stepping in front of that and running to the end zone to tie the game. So third down and 9. And Code Red can effectively just kind of put this game away if they can get another first down. If you don't get a first down here, X Factor has the ability to get the football back. If I'm thinking if you don't get it right here, you punt. And that's a great job. They call a running play. Oh, nice. And it's going to be really close to a first down right here. Where did they mark it? Oh, they gave her a first down. She got the first down. So that's a first down. That should be just about it. Code Red leads 6-0. Nice job of scrambling right there. I'm trying to see what number the quarterback is. It's hard to tell. I think it might be number 18. Pass flipped out in the flat to Kurt. Kurt got tripped up. They're going to call it an illegal block. You'll call an illegal block on Code Red. And that'll back it up to the 50, where it will be 1st and 30. 2nd and 30. There was 35 seconds left to go here. 2nd down after the loss of down right there for Code Red. And to be quite honest with you, I'm pretty certain that they don't really mind the loss of down. They ran time off the clock. They got a completion. If you're X Factor, you're going to have to use your timeouts sooner or later. You're not going to be able to take them home with you. I mean, you can. They're not going to help you. There's the snap. And it's going to be 4th down. And we have timeout, and there's going to be 4th down and 35. And there's 13 seconds left to go. Oh, and I'm definitely punting right here. And then I'm punting, and I'm kicking it straight out of bounds. I mean, when I tell you kicking it straight out of bounds, I'm going to take the snap. I'm going to find the 25-yard line. I'm going to kick it as high as I can, straight to the sideline. There will be no return. I want it to take as much time as it possibly can take. And then that be it. So, 13 seconds left. Code Red, after an outstanding drive at the end of the first half with just an excellent throw down the seam to Babb down to the 5. And then, Jessica Kurt with the touchdown catch. Motorcycle rode through the booth up here. We're all right. Oh, so it's a running play. I thought they were going to punt. So that play took 7 seconds, and that will be 6 seconds left. And I don't. And we have an X Factor player on the field. Now she's up. And so now X Factor has one play. It's one play at the at the Code Red 46 at the end of the first half. They threw a double pass, and it was almost a touch. I mean, it was a great play to be there for the stop by Alexis Calvin Epps. I'm just saying this is a great way to finish the game. You would have never gotten this from me. Punts are free. I'd have punted that joker as far as I could. I mean, just and like I said, out of bounds, as high as I could punt it, out of bounds. But now they only got to go half the field, and there's the they're gonna get delay a game. They're gonna have to call their last time out, which doesn't matter because. So, X Factor going to take their last time out. If I'm code red, I'm rushing 1. I'm playing 3 at about the 35-yard line. I'm playing 2 at about the 35-yard line on both hashes. I'm playing 3 on the 15-yard line, 1 in the middle of the field and 2 in between both hashes. And then I'm playing 2 back on the goal line. There's not any way in the world that anybody's getting behind me. I am playing people. I'm gonna make you have to run the whole field. And they've got 4 straight back, and it looks like they may rush 4, which is a interesting way to attack this. But if you can get to the quarterback before the pass is thrown, and oh no, almost the worst possible scenario ever was the corner for Code Red didn't backpedal. But that'll be the end of the game. And Code Red, on the strength of a late first half touchdown reception by number 42, Jessica Kurt, takes the victory 6-0 over X Factor. And that'll do it for us this afternoon. I'm Craig Chapman with Score 58 Network. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll be right back here in about 20 minutes with Perfect Timing versus the Apocalypse. Have a great day. Goodbye.